Hi there, viewer. Welcome to the full moon in Capricorn reading, and the full moon is happening on the 22nd of June. And we're looking at the energies around this time, and I'll go into a little bit of the astrology, what's kind of being impacted at the moment, and then I'll go into the reading, but I'll put a timestamp for the reading in the description box so you can jump straight to that if you prefer. So with this full moon's always about completions and then culminations of energies, depending on what season we're in, depends on kind of how that might reflect to us and to people close to us. We're in Cancer season and the moon is ruled by Cancer. So we've got a lot of Cancer energy. We've got Venus and Mercury in Cancer. We've got a lot of movement in Cancer energy. And Cancer is a cardinal sign, which is the kind of action taking initiative sign. Of the water signs, and we have a real kind of first wave, if you like, of Cancer energy right now. And with Capricorn, which is all about responsibility, and Cancer being all about the home, this energy could be playing out in your home or perhaps your career or work life. But this is really about the maturity of our emotions. So the maturity being the Capricorn and the emotions being the Cancer side. And it's really a time to step back and evaluate honestly where we want to move forward. Anything holding us back? Is there anywhere we're holding on too tightly to something? There's a lot of emotional healing with this type of energy, particularly with things that come back from when we were much younger, childhood, or when we were in our teens, but usually quite young, because of the fourth house energy of Cancer, which is all about how we root ourselves, how we kind of find our own sense of home, and then how we interact with the world around us. This is that polarization that's happening. If you have strong cardinal sign energy in Aries, which is cardinal signs are Aries, Cancer, Libra, Capricorn. So if you've got any of those signs in really early degrees, so 0, 1, 2, 3 perhaps degrees, or very, very late mutable sign, Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, Pisces, you might be feeling this quite strongly. Depends on how deeply you know your chart, but there could be some transitions here that might be impacting you quite deeply. So if you are feeling kind of waves of strong emotion or remembering things from the past, or just having kind of repetitive thoughts, but really being in the emotions with it, it could be this energy that's coming up, and it will be very strong kind of 4 days leading up to and after, at its peak. And really, this is about your home and public life, the emotional and material security that we have. It's about the completion of all of that. There is like an invitation of clarity around this time, clarity of why we felt what we feel, clarity of being able to understand something, to really let it go. It's kind of the responsibility, what's our responsibility to let go of on an emotional level. And we can be very aware at this time as well with the Capricorn energy about how other people are perceiving us, how other people are viewing us. Capricorn's a very mature, very stable, very success driven energy, and it's about achieving something, it's about overcoming something, it's about being slow and steady. It, Capricorn energy matures the longer that it's at play and the longer that it's conscious, and it really shows where we need to be emotionally mature. It's there's a kind of tension at the moment between Venus and Mercury, so love and the mind, love communication, desire communication, and with there's a Neptune influence here as well, which is all about things being under illusion, as well as many other things. But there could be a feeling of like confusion, like no clarity, and then all of a sudden some clarity, and it's about the what we desire, how we rationalize what we desire, perhaps the thing that we love. It's really about consciousness over chaos when it comes to our emotions. So what we're going to do in the reading today is just have a little look at some healing aspects. So what might be healing with this energy, what you might be seeing and experiencing, or people around you, but how this might be impacting you. So I'll have a little look at the energies around. We'll also have a little look at some kind of career energy for anybody that's finding it's impacting that area of your life. Capricorn rules our 10th house, which is around career. It's not the only house or only energy around career, but it can often depict what we might do for a career, or what our kind of skills might be with certain things in our public life. But it's about how we are perceived in the public and our public reputation. I've got a slightly different setup today, viewer, so I hope that's okay for you. And let's get into the reading now. Okay, I think it's, oops, sorry, I've just knocked the camera as usual. Knock the camera and the cards, that tends to be my habit. Pay attention to signs. So our first the first thing, I feel like this is spirit saying you've already had the signs, and pay attention to them, because you've had the signs, you've had things cross your pathway, but you haven't maybe trusted yourself. And we've got wild. Yeah, this is about letting go and being free to make decisions. When we get this wild energy, it's because we've been holding on too tightly. So it could be that we've been holding on too tightly to what we think we should be in the public eye, or what we think we should be doing with our emotions, how we should be processing them. But they're not cycling, they're going round and round, perhaps because we're not allowing them to completely wash through. And we've got pride. Yeah, this is the energy of not having the kind of security within our own emotions, or within our own self, or within people around us, to process something fully, because the pride is a conditioned. This feels very conditioned. Say what you mean. Yes. So it's a time to say what we mean. It's a time to be open. It's not a time to hide our emotions. It's a time to be honest about that. And there's an element of emotions, and when we speak about emotions, particularly with family, or particularly with people that we care about, that where we can feel that it's quite awkward. But I feel like spirit's saying to drop the mask. So with the pride here, this is about dropping the mask. This is about not worrying about conditioning. This is about understanding the layers that go beneath when it comes to our emotions. Let's have a look. What else we need to know? So there's a lot of healing happening around what we perhaps what we think others, how worried we are, or how concerned we are about what others think of us, and about how that might be making us very restricted, perhaps, or not being feeling fulfilled, or not doing what we want to do. There's like a stop start energy coming through with this. If you've been feeling like you want to express yourself but you really don't know how, I feel like this energy might be impacting you more. We've got the Six of Wands achievement. So the Sagittarius, the Capricorn energy is very strongly linked to achievement. So it could be something that you want to achieve, or it could be a personal achievement. Let's have a look. What else do we have here that's impacting this energy around this full moon? Thank you. Nine of Swords, trauma. A lot of healing around this new moon. Sorry, full moon. This is the Neptune energy coming out, I think. This is the anything that feels really trauma based, from particularly past. Yeah, this feels quite strong actually. Yeah, release. There's a release of trauma happening. There's a release of past trauma, and that means different things to all of us in different ways, depending on what we've been through, what our experiences have been. But there's a real warmth that comes after this release. Okay, you've come so far with a painful memory or wound or aspect somehow, but the death card in tarot often it represents the death of the ego, and it's the death of a conditioning. It's the death of something that we thought was ours, but actually we realized that wasn't. So there does feel a lot of conditioning elements coming up, and it's like you're going to have these realizations, viewer, of what's been a conditioned belief, what's been a conditioned pattern, and what's actually you. Are we taking these? Yes. Okay. We've got Nine of Cups and Judgment. Yes. And so this is emotional fulfillment. This is why, if you felt emotionally depleted, this full moon is going to help you with that. Sorry. Oh, this one just fell on the floor and I couldn't get it back up. So we've got the Hermit as well. Okay. So there is time alone that's needed for this energy. There's time alone. This time alone actually doesn't feel like a lot. This feels like just moments. It's like a moment of clarity coming over you. And we've got Judgment and the Nine of Cups. I feel like Spirit really wants you to know anything that feels really emotionally charged is going to be released. It's like Spirit saying, don't be scared, just let go, and we've got you, and it will be okay. It will be okay. Especially when it comes to say what you mean. It's like, if you might think that you're going to get a reaction from somebody that might feel quite tense or quite explosive, but it might not go that way. I feel like it's not going to go that way. And if it does, you have you have the kind of understanding and the confidence and the awareness to be able to redirect the conversation. It's that for some of you, this energy feels like the fear of speaking up, fear of setting boundaries and fear of speaking up. But I want to, there's a real feeling of you being right here in that respect. It's just a fear of perhaps that's been with you your whole life. Don't let your past hold you back. Yes. This is the energy. This is very strongly the energy. A win-win outcome is forecast. Full moon in Libra. Yeah, it won't be the explosive outcome that you expect, even if there is some kind of crosswords or there's some anger that flares up. Spirit saying you can push through that, because whereas before that might have shut you down, don't let that hold you back. Still speak your truth, say what you mean, pay attention to the signs, trust that you are in that conversation for a reason and that you followed those signs. Adjustments are required. I feel like this adjustment is you having the confidence in yourself. Communication is key. New moon in Gemini. And we have a personal issue reaches resolution. Full moon in Cancer. Nice. So we're at the full moon Capricorn in Cancer season. So the full moon in Cancer is in sorry, hold on a second. The full moon in I keep wanting to say Gemini, but Gemini's here. And Gemini, we've just been in Gemini season. The full moon in Cancer is in Capricorn season. So there's like a 6-month cycle for some of you, 6-month cycle for past, but there's also 6-month cycle future, because this feels like we're moving into the future with this don't let the past hold you back. But something you were wishing for, something you've been working for the last 6 months is coming through here. Don't let pride get in your way. Full moon in Leo. So we've got pride twice. Don't allow the perception of something to stop you from doing what you want to do. Somebody else's opinion, somebody else's judgment, somebody else's way of doing things is different to yours. And I feel like they will kind of, once they understand where you're coming from, this could be in the workplace, but you will get the understanding and you'll be heard. And it's even more important than you being heard by another. It's you having the confidence to say the thing that you want to say. This could be appearing in a relationship, a partnership, or a business partnership with this Libra energy coming through. But and we've got Mercury, which is Gemini rules Mercury, and we've got that energy in Cancer. So this is really, really rooted in your emotions. Let's have a look what actually, because I do feel this is strongly between you and another person. You saying something to another person. This could be somebody in the workplace. This could be a relationship. This could be family member, certainly for some of you. Let's have a look what kind of traits are at play here that Spirit want you to be aware of, that is possibly in this South Node energy. Oops, okay. We have publicity and resourcefulness. Okay, we have the Sun in Cancer, and the Sun is in Cancer. This is about being resourceful in your home space. This is you being, I mean, Taurus always, for me, is very resourceful energy, and Cancer is very resourceful energy when it comes to your own security, when it comes to your own building your own home, building your own sense of home within. And we've got fifth Leo energy again, fifth house energy in Jupiter energy. This is there is a worry, there is a fear here about what people think of you on the outside, the perception that people might have of you in the public eye. But it's like there's a win-win outcome is forecast. It's like if you do have any kind of block or feel challenged when it comes to sticking up for yourself in any way, it's like you think everyone's going to have a bad opinion of you, but actually it goes the other way. Like when you speak your truth, it goes the other way. What kind of adjustment is required here? Okay, we have authority, Mars in Capricorn. And we want the full moon in Capricorn. So the adjustment that you need to make is being in this authority energy, being in this self-awareness energy, and it's having the authority over the truth that you are speaking. Communication is key. It's not about going for the drama. It's about going for the direct route, the honest direct route, and avoiding the drama. So if somebody else comes in with their pride and that causes drama, because we've got more Leo energy here. We've got Leo energy quite a lot here, actually. So you might be dealing with somebody with strong Leo in their chart, or perhaps moon in Leo. Yeah. So it's having authority when something gets chaotic or dramatic. This really is conscious over chaos energy. Okay. We've got order, Virgo, moon and Virgo energy, sixth house energy. So it's being able to be organized, and this is you being analytical. So being analytical and really weighing up your options, but being sensible about it. The Cancer energy that we're in is cardinal energy. It's like this push forward of emotions. It's taking action and initiative with strong emotional, deep emotional awareness, being rooted in the ground. And we've got, wow, we've got a lot of Jupiter energy here. And we've got second house energy status, Jupiter in Taurus. This is, I feel like Spirit saying that your values, with this status card, it's like your values are leading the conversation, and that is what people will see. That's what gets you being rooted in your values, rooted being the Cancer energy, values being the Taurus energy. And these signs don't have to matter at all. It's just the energy that I feel like is running through this situation. And you might not necessarily know if somebody's got strong Leo or where their Jupiter aspects are. We've got enterprise and patience. Yeah. So we've got more Jupiter energy with this, and Jupiter energy is all about expansion and it's good fortune. So with this good fortune energy, especially with this a win-win outcome is forecast, it's like there is opportunities. And with this, pay attention to the signs. I feel like there's going to be a lot of opportunities for you coming through, a lot of doors opening, a lot of opportunities for you to establish yourself in this authority, because that's the adjustment that's required here. Let's put those here. Okay. Is there anything else we need to know? Because I feel like they came out very quickly. Anything else we need to know? But it's being analytical. This is the why and how you do something, not necessarily what you're doing. This is really understanding behavior. This is really being grounded and fair and patient and bringing order to chaos within your own emotions. But it's like you being in your own authority brings order to somebody else's emotions as well. Okay, we've got ninth house energy, Sagittarius, which is more Jupiter influenced energy as well, because Jupiter rules the ninth house. We've got ninth house and Mercury. I want to say, sorry, Venus, not Mercury. I want to say there's a play here. For a lot of you, this might be in a romantic relationship. And for others of you, this is like a work relationship or something where you can be playful. There's a playful, and it's almost like approaching this conversation or having this confrontation with a sense of adventure. It's approaching it in a different angle. It's having this adjustment, approaching it from a different angle, having this sense of play, this sense of patience as well. Don't take for granted that you have the patience to be able to just allow things to calm down and then say your piece. It doesn't all have to be said at the same time or in one go. I want to see if for those of you where it applies in the public. So where you are concerned about what others might think of you, anybody in the public eye, or this is about your work. Let's see any energy that comes out for that for you. Because it could be with this Capricorn energy, it could be something home work related, that is something perhaps in that dynamic. Okay. Star power. You need engaging work that will let your talent shine. You are a natural actor and influencer. You attract fame and fortune. So I feel like whatever your situation is, this is spirit saying you have star power. You have you have a power that draws people in, and it's almost like a fear of your own power. Perspective. If you change the way you look at things, you could see everything in a brand new light that will help you get to where you want to be. So this is really changing perspective and approaching the conversation, a conversation wherever this applies, especially if it's in work, but wherever it applies in your experience, in your situation right now, it's switching the perspective. It's switching the perspective of people thinking that you will be one thing, and actually they might kind of see you in a new light, or have really respect what you're doing, or have a different take, and they won't necessarily have your take on this. Okay, let's have a look at, through this healing, what's being activated for you. What is it that spirit want you to know about what's being activated? Where is it leading to? Yes, okay, there we go. Fulfillment. We had the fulfillment earlier. Something feels really emotionally disconnected. Emotionally disconnected because I feel like it's because we're not in our truth with something, because we haven't spoken our truth, and we've got standstill. This is being okay with the silences. When you're in a conversation with someone, if you do have a habit of talking because there's silence, or feeling uncomfortable in the silence, there's this standstill that you get when you come across another. This doesn't feel so much when you're on your own, although it definitely could apply as well, but this feels very rooted in when you're in front of someone else, when you have to say something, or stick up for yourself, or ask for something. This could be asking for a pay rise. This could be asking for something at work, or just expressing that you're not happy, or you're not fulfilled, or expressing what you want to be fulfilled, or try out. This is this does feel like this standstill in conversations. Let me put this here. I feel like there's another one for you here as well, for your flexibility. Yes. So this is the flexibility to how you get there. This is the energy of the Capricorn energy of really, and also the Cancer energy of holding on quite tightly to something, or having our shell wrapped around us and these walls built around us so that it's protective. But there is room to allow those guards to come down and still be protective without shutting everything out. I feel like that's the balance that spirit are kind of encouraging you to be in right now. Okay, let's get some clarity. What else do we need to know about this energy? Because it does feel like a two-way situation going on here. But let's see what else. Some advice for the viewer, please, Spirit. Two of Cups. Treat this person with the deepest amount of love, or treat this situation, however it's applying, with the deepest amount of love. For some of you, this is a soulmate connection. Feels like a soulmate, soul tribe connection. Somebody that you feel very deeply for, which is probably why it feels so strong. I want to say to you as well, like, this person loves you too, and they might not understand straight away, but it's kind of like, if you keep your cool, if you don't bite to any of the drama, and if you keep order in the conversation, and you have this kind of like, nope, this is exactly where we're going with this conversation, and if it's not now, then we stop and we pick it up when you're ready. It's like this. Yeah, we've got the Nine of Cups again. Nice. We've got the Ten of Wands and the Nine of Cups. Beautiful. You're letting go of a burden. This burden is the feeling that you can't say something, or you can't express yourself. And it's putting you in a situation where you feel really emotionally really unsatisfied, and really kind of do you know when you feel like everything's twisted inside you? There's like this twisty feeling, and it's like, it just feels really anxious, it feels really tight, really inflexible. That's opening up, but it's you stepping into this authority. Whenever we're moving away from South Node energy, we are in powerful transformation. Remember that. It's powerful transformation. I want to say to you, you only need to take this brave step once, because every time after this, it's going to get easier and easier. Okay, what else do we need to know about the outcome? What do we need to know about the outcome? Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, okay. You're gonna you're gonna look back and you're gonna take a step back, and you're gonna say, do you know what? I'm so proud of myself. You're going to be really proud of yourself and the whole situation, perhaps somebody else in the situation as well. Let's see what you need to be aware of with the challenge. What do you need to be aware of with the challenge in this situation? Oops, okay. Oh, we had a flip. We did indeed. We've got the World and the Two of Wands. You're going to have a new start with this person, this situation. If it's a career situation, if it's a boss, if it's a colleague, you're going to have a new start. Okay, you speaking your truth, completes something. We're on full moon energy. We're on completion energy. You're completing something. You've learned everything you need. We're releasing what no longer works, and you're going to have a new opportunities coming in. I feel like there's so many doors that are opening for you. By you doing this one thing, doors will open for you, and it will seem unrelated. It's like all of a sudden you'll get a new job offer, all of a sudden you'll be offered more money, all of a sudden you'll be doing these things because your energy is going to be pulling that in, because you're going to be in your authority rather than hiding behind somebody else because you're worried about speaking up. Like you're hiding behind something else being like a conditioning or like a worry or a fear, and you're going to overcome you. It's like you're just going to completely blow that out of the water, and that's a really brave, courageous step. It's like you're going to go into the wild. You're no longer going to be restricted, because that's what we're healing here as well. Let's look at outcome energy. Outcome. Oh no, Spirit said let's have another look at challenge. What might be coming towards you in this situation? Okay, the energy coming towards you. Thank you. Okay, regardless of, so the energy coming towards you is conflict. It's like people will be like, no, that wasn't, I didn't say that, and I didn't mean that, and no, you didn't say that. All these kind of like things that are said in arguments, or no, that's not what I did, that's not what I said, that's not what I meant, I never did that. It just lots of these kind of defensive comebacks. With the Five of Wands, the defensiveness is very, it's kind of scatty and chaotic, but it's not the swords energy. It's not the mental energy. It's the scrappy energy. What do we need to know about this Five of Wands? I feel like it will die down quickly. This whole defensive mode, it'll be like this burst, this outburst of defense. And then what do we get after this Five of Wands energy? What do we get after this Five of Wands? Okay, we've got the Nine of Wands. So yeah, this is the defensive. So somebody being defensive, like standing in their truth. But also we've got the Knight of Swords. Somebody's really trying, somebody believes what they are saying, and they don't necessarily see another way through, but they are willing to work with you on it with the Knight's energy here. They are willing to work with you on it, and I feel like they can't necessarily see. They can't actually see what you can see. And that's the problem here. That's why there's been conflict. They can't see it the way that you see it. So it needs your perspective to change. I think this was the Queen of Cups. So they need you to be in your Queen of Cups energy, your emotionally mature energy, which is exactly what this full moon is encouraging us to really embrace and harness our emotional maturity. And you being in this energy allows the situation to unfold the way that it needs to, the way that it can in a deeply conscious way, with the awareness that it needs to be able to dissolve whatever conflict this has been, or whatever healing needs to happen here. Okay, let's look at outcome energy. What do we need to know about this outcome? Yeah, there'll be a more, oops, okay, let's take that one as well. There'll be a more even give and take in whatever it is. If it's work, you'll get more money if you ask for more money. If this is to do with your job, it's like you're going to be given something is going to even out. And the sun, yeah, we had the sun earlier, didn't we? Did we have the sun? Yes, positivity, and this is you releasing whatever it is that feels really tense with this Nine of Swords, whatever it is that makes you feel anxious, by you turning towards the fear and walking through it with authority, with this almost playfulness. It's like you're flirting with fear and being quite strategic about it. You being very taking the steps towards what you know to be true for you, and you prioritizing that leads to you being in this beautiful wild energy, this ability to be able to communicate on a whole different level, this ability for you to tap into your own emotional fulfillment. This is very nice energy for full moon. Beautiful. Okay, with the suns coming out in both the tarot decks as well, with this being the full moon reading, it's like whatever is in the dark is coming to light. That I always feel like that when we've got both as well. So it's like something's really coming into the light and being illuminated, but being integrated and warmed and given a second chance with something. But there's a creative energy as well about how you do this. It's like an experiment for you to find a way that you want to communicate with other people when it comes to you. I just want to say sticking up for yourself when it comes to you being assertive. Okay, let's get some words of wisdom from Spirit for you as you go through this conversation. What does Spirit want you to be aware of? There we go. Okay. Right, we have I acknowledge and express my emotions with ease and grace. Exactly. Exactly that. Yeah, it's the ease of doing so. Like not saying few words in truth rather than lots of words in worry about how somebody else might take it. I choose my own way forward. I am a guiding light of unconditional love. Yeah, you choose your own way forward. And it's like you're experimenting with that now. You're experimenting what it feels like to trust yourself and to express yourself through voice or words or written or in whichever way that you communicate or you decide to communicate or whatever feels accessible in this situation for you. You It's like that choice is so liberating. I release fear of the unknown. I can move forward with energy and enthusiasm. So it doesn't matter that you don't know the outcome of this conversation. It's about having the oomph and the get up and go to actually take action towards that. And that's the judgment energy. That's the release energy. I see clearly and accurately through divine assistance. Pay attention to the signs. It's the first card we had out. So when you know, trust yourself when you're seeing these signs. I feel like you'll be seeing something repetitive because this felt repetitive straight away. It's like Spirit's already said to you, pay attention to the signs. Because that being the first card out is like, we've been showing you the signs for something, and I feel like this is directing you to have conversations with people, to express your truth, express how you're feeling, express what you want, not just for how you're feeling, but express what you want. Okay, let's get some final words of wisdom. We've got Ladybug, good luck. You are a bright energy. Let worry go and be happy here and now. Feel good about being a loving and colourful you. You bless the world with colour and good luck. Oh, that's so beautiful. Yes. So if you do feel worried about this conversation, just remember that you have good luck. Remember that you are meant, like the feeling of being in that situation and it being purposeful, regardless, because you can't control the other person, but you can control your own reaction to drama, your own reaction to things being a bit chaotic. You can be resourceful, you can be in your authority, you can be in this kind of patience, this analytical, this solid energy. And it's kind of like when you're there, you bring everybody else there with you. It might take a few moments, but you bring everybody else there with you, or the other person there with you. If you're a manager of a team or teams or different of people, I feel like this could apply as well when you are addressing your whole team. If you feel nervous about addressing your team in general or about something in particular. Okay, and we've got patience again. We had patience already, didn't we? Her and patience. Create a place in nature's stillness and be renewed. Take time alone to find balance. Step confidently towards your purpose. Patience will bring you rewards. So it is the patient, and we've got this time alone here, and with this solitude, but this patience and the patience energy we've got is in Virgo energy and in this good luck energy with the good fortune energy, this expansion energy of Jupiter. So it's about waiting for the right moment, not forcing the way through to get it over and done with, because that in itself, when we're forcing something, it still isn't, even though we're kind of speaking our truth, we're still not doing it in the truth of the moment. And it's kind of Spirit saying, be patient and in this standstill when you are waiting for a response, when you're waiting for the time to take this step to have this conversation, however this applies to you. And we have Black Bear Guardian. Gentle and wise protector, give me your confidence and power. Help me protect the ones I love. Awaken my intuition and guide me. So if you have been feeling unclear at all, and there is kind of like uncertainty, like a lack of clarity energy around in the collective at the moment, kind of fairly briefly, with this full moon. You could be feeling like you just don't know how you feel. You could be feeling really unsure about things, but just tap into your own wisdom and guidance and trust that no action is still action. So where you don't feel to take action, that's true too. And it's just waiting for the feeling to take action. And that you can't force, because there's lots of other impacts. It's like a domino effect on that as well. And it's that trust that gets you to this fulfillment energy. Um, yeah. But it is leading to positive. It feels like it could be really explosive, and it could feel impossible now, but there is such brightness as you step through this, and as you kind of release something, and as things transform, there is this absolute brightness. We've got the sun here twice, absolute brightness here, and an understanding that comes, a really positive affirmation of understanding that comes after this situation. Okay, viewer, I hope that you found some clarity in the messages from Spirit today, and some understanding and just some guidance around this full moon energy. Thank you for watching the reading with me today, as always, and I will see you next time. Take care.